lovely people. Welcome to our weekly reading for the week of the 1st of April. Wow. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you've had a good Easter. And I hope you are looking forward to hearing what the cards have to tell us, as I am. So let us have a look and see. Okay. Let's have a look and see. So we have the Five of Swords, Minor Arcana card. We have the Ace of Cups, another Minor Arcana card. And then we have the Four of Cups, another Minor Arcana card. So, okay. This is kind of an interesting little reading. Although I say that about all of them in fairness. So we're looking at change is the first thing we're looking at. We're looking at conflict. So we're looking at the number 5. And the number 5 in tarot is about change, and change can be about conflict. So there definitely is conflict in this card. You can see that the clouds, they're jagged, they're grey, they're not very happy looking clouds. And so this is a card of competition. It's a card of conflict. It's also a card of the aftermath of a difficult situation. There's a real sense of betrayal and loss with this card here. It's a sort of a symbolic representation of emotional turmoil. And coupled with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is very much about healing. So together they suggest that this difficult period may be coming to an end, and that there's a new approach for emotional healing and growth, and that's there on the horizon. So if we look back here with the Five of Swords, this is very much about feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, but worse than that, it's kind of like being stabbed in the back by somebody that you could trust. And so you're experiencing really intense feelings of defeat, but more than that, of disappointment. And it's really crucial for you to be honest with yourself about what's going on, because you're experiencing a significant upheaval as you try to navigate, through those conflicts and losses. Because these conflicts and losses, they are a result of a broken relationship or betrayal from somebody close to you. So it's a really tough card, this one. And I'm really glad to see that the card that follows it is the Ace of Cups. Because if you are being caught up in sort of a feud or power struggle, well, the Five of Swords is letting you know that you might have won the battle, but you haven't necessarily won the war. Now that's something to really think about if you are the betrayer. If you are the person who has done something that would, for the other person, would feel like a stab in the back. If that is you, then you may have won this particular battle, but you could very well have lost the war with what you've done. Now, when you put these two cards together, the Ace of Cups and the Five of Swords, they do actually complement each other. Because although they seem at odds, when they're together, it does suggest that you're in the middle of this emotional challenge. And that emotional challenge, as I said, it could be a difficult breakup, or it could be a falling out with a friend or a falling out with a family member. But whoever it is somebody that's very close to you. And you're feeling defeat, you're feeling loss. And the Ace of Cups is reminding you that love and compassion are the keys to resolving this conflict. And it's not saying that this is going to be easy, but that actually is the key to resolving it. And although I say, love and compassion, the Five of Swords is also there to kind of urge you to stay strong and resolute in the face of these challenges. And it's a reminder that, sometimes conflict can be a catalyst for growth. So they're quite interesting combination here with these, because the Ace of Cups is very much about new beginnings, and it's about emotional fulfillment and spiritual growth. The Ace of Cups is very much a symbol of love and happiness and joy. And it represents that you may be on the verge of experiencing some profound emotional growth or a new relationship. But when this card comes up, it's a chance to let go of past hurts and to embrace new opportunities. So, we're looking at sort of the past hurts here with this card. And the Ace of Cups, it offers hope, and it offers the promise of new beginnings, and it's giving you strength to move forward and to find emotional fulfillment. This card here is offering a glimmer of hope, and with a little bit of effort and determination, you can overcome your obstacles and you can find true fulfillment. Now, it's, the Ace of Cups calls for you to identify and to connect with your emotions, and to do that on a deep level. And it's about acknowledging any pain or sadness that you're experiencing, because the emotional work is really essential for healing, because it's allowing you to move beyond the difficulties that you're facing. Now, let's just move on quickly here to the Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups is a card that it signifies apathy and detachment and disillusionment. And with the Ace of Cups, this is it's when you're struggling to find meaning or purpose. And when this card comes up, it suggests that there is a need for self-reflection, but there's also a need for acceptance and a willingness to let go, and to let go of a negative emotions in order to move forward. So we have here, this is where we have the fighting, the loss, the sense of betrayal, and this is the card that's sandwiching these two, because what comes from this is usually that, this sort of sense of apathy and this struggle to find meaning or purpose that'll often come after this card. And here you have the Ace of Cups in the middle saying, well, emotional fulfillment is possible and spiritual growth is possible, because this card is a symbol of love and happiness, and this is the card that offers hope. But meanwhile, you have to get through what's happening with this card, because if you combine, say, the Four of Cups with this one, you're in a very toxic situation and you're not happy, but you're also you're not doing something to change it. You're sitting on it. So basically, you're kind of like sitting on a pile of drama and you're complaining about it, but you're not actually doing anything to clean it up. You're just sitting there being miserable. And you might be feeling defeated, but the Four of Cups is telling you that you do actually have more options than you realise. So if you look here at this card here, this very, very fed up person, he's sitting there and he's just looking at the Three Cups here, and he's not noticing the fourth cup. He's not noticing that gift, that divine gift, it's coming out of the clouds. But he's so focused on what he doesn't have that he's not able to see what's actually, coming into his presence. So this card is telling you that although, you might be feeling, rubbish, you might be feeling crap, you do actually have more options than you realise. You just need to start looking for them. And you just need to open your eyes and start noticing what's around you. And you also need to take responsibility for your own happiness and making some changes. So that's really key here with Four of Cups. And this is kind of how I'm looking at these three cards together. So the Ace of Cups is telling you to kind of snap out of it. No, it's when something awful happens to you, and if you have a betrayal and it's from somebody, well, a betrayal certainly implies somebody that's very close to you. I know you can't just snap out of it. I know you can't do that. But you at the same time, you have to do something to help you metaphorically snap out of it. And because you have to help yourself. And, you know, this is a time when you're maybe going to close your heart because you've been betrayed, because you've been so badly hurt. But really, the Four of Cups is telling you to open your heart up and to open up your mind, to open them to new experiences, because something exciting and fulfilling is coming your way. However, if you keep dwelling on the past or feeling apathetic about your present, then you're going to miss out on the opportunities that are right in front of you. So the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups, together, they sort of suggest that you might be grappling with, defeat and, a sense of dissatisfaction. While also you may be feeling a sense of hope and potential for new emotional experiences. Because that's really not, that's really not unusual. It's kind of like having, two voices, one voice on each shoulder, and one is saying, oh, woe is me, all is lost, and the other is saying, well, actually, not all isn't lost. There is something new, exciting out there, and let's go out and find it. But you have to raise yourself up from this position to open yourself to this. And what the Five of Swords could also be reminding you is that you need to stay strong and resolute here as well. So it's so really all together we're looking at taking a step back and taking a deep breath and looking around you. And you might really be surprised by how much there is to be grateful for. And if you're finding it difficult to be grateful for anything, maybe just look at the really basic things that you have in your life and what might your life be like if you didn't have them. So let's just say you wake up in a warm bed. Well, that's something to be grateful. A, you've woken up, and B, you're in a warm bed. And when you get out of bed, maybe your house is warm. That's something to be grateful for. And, you can step under a hot shower. That's something to be grateful for. That you have the heat and the water and the means to refresh yourself. And then maybe you come downstairs and you might, maybe you've brushed your teeth beforehand. Be grateful that you have teeth. Plenty of people don't. Be grateful for stepping into your kitchen and switching on the kettle to make a cup of coffee. You've got electricity. And you open the fridge and you've got food you can eat. These are all things that we take so much for granted. So if you're having difficulty finding gratitude, then that's the place to start. And then, you'll get into that habit of feeling gratitude and expand it to other things. And there may come a time when you will feel gratitude for the conflict that you went through, because if somebody has betrayed you, then you found that out. You've discovered what kind of person that they are, and you've discovered that you maybe, as much as you might long for them in your life, really your life is better without them. So there's all sorts of things that we can be grateful for, even when we feel really down in the dumps and in a bad place. So you know, they just, yeah, it's kind of like pick yourself up and find a place where you can have new beginnings, where you're ready to seek emotional fulfillment. And this will really happen only through spiritual growth. And very often it's conflict that enables us to open up to spiritual growth. So there's lots of really intriguing things with this 3-card reading for this week. So I'm going to leave this as our reading for this week, and if it resonates with you, do leave me a comment below. You can also subscribe to this channel to be notified for the next reading. Now, if you'd like to know more, you can book a private reading with me. You know I love to hear from you, and you'll find my email address in the description of the video. So lovely people, until next week, I'm going to love you and leave you.